and the earth came to existence, what was I? Before the heaven and the earth came to existence, what was I? Dharma friends and practitioners. Practice meditation, emphasize practicing. Simple, very, very simply add the question clearly, continually. Raising doubt and continue to add the question, automatically maintain doubt. The question from practitioner, they just add why shape the shape. The Buddha always we are always know that our shape. But we don't accept that shape like we practice, like play hide and seek. Hide and seek the shape to raise down, to find out our shape. That's the question from the one practitioner. That's like when we listen to that and our mind create the theory, create the thing or the knowledge like that. Just still in the knowledge, but not the Buddha skillful meaning of the Buddha or of the Buddha teaching or Buddha teaching. Just like provide or confirm or get the confirmation of our thinking, our shape, that illusion, that is false thought, or false mind. Still the false mind, or the false thought. It's exactly as same as we are in dream. In dream, we are sleeping. Our body lying on the bed, and in our mind create the universe in dream, happens everything in the dream, and we thinking we know in our knowledge in dream, just dream, that not the awakening. Or Buddha teaching, the patriarch teaching, require the practitioner to awakening, no understanding. We still understanding the Buddha teaching, the patriarch teaching. We think that we got the idea, but that's still in dream, still in the ignorance, still the self-attachment. The confirmation of the Buddha to his teaching, the patriarch to their teaching, just confirm, oh, we are in dream. That require just awakening. Awakening, we will know all the things, the knowledge that called the wisdom, the prajna, not like the play hide and seek. Why I said that hide and seek is still in dream, because that's still in dualism. It's still in the raising the thought of ignorance, one thought of ignorance, because we know that one thought of ignorance, hide and seek, and find out shape, the true shape, just the illusion named true. That's just the skillful meaning. Like the mind, the true shape, the Buddha, every name, any kind of name, that's just the because of situation, because of the position, they put the name on that, not the name of position, situation, but don't have the true name. So that called the Dharma body, there's no frame, no appearance, no frame, no appearance, no name on that. No name mean that all the name, not no name like non-name. Non-name, every name. Like the wisdom, they unknown but known everything. Know everything. That's the explanation to confirmation to. If we try to the explanation, try to the word, the speaking of the patriarch, the Buddha, fall down in the knowledge of illusion. They remind us that all the illusion we have to awakening. If we got the Buddha idea, the patriarch idea, always practice of the Buddha teaching, patriarch teaching, we never misunderstood on that. We know that the skillful meaning of the Buddha, the patriarch, never stop, never raising the one topic, no, never never stay on the illusion shape or stuck in the objective, subjective, or raising the discrimination between the dualism, shape or unshaped, true or untrue, everything, dualism. Just practice that question so good. When we're raising the question, we know that this is this. We know that we are in the practice, but still have a little tiny stuck. If we relieve that stuck, we will rise direct to the nature, right direct to the wisdom, the Buddha wisdom. Just practice at the person, maintain down. In the way thầy,
Dear monastic sanghas and all Zen practitioners, today the beginning of our 4th day of our 7-day retreat of the January 2024. So today we have this section for Q&A because there is a question from an American practitioner based on the teaching of the Buddha and the patriarchs. They always mention about the self nature, the Buddha nature. It's also a false name as well. Even saying that it's the Buddha nature, the self nature, and so on. All the names are also, false name. So why do we deny ourselves with the big S? And why we seeking the doubt and run away from ourselves? So is this a game of hide and seek? Because we have this self already. Why do we have to hide from it? So all the words from the Buddha and the patriarchs, they tried the best, to present the teaching, because we have this sickness. So therefore, there is a medication. So when there's no more sickness, there's no more medication. So this is the very basic skillful means by the Buddha and the patriarchs. Because of our self-attachment to the self. So all the religions
ngoài tự tánh có một cái chân lý khác.
Also mentioned about the truth.
Cho nên nói
but the truth
tất cả phương
in
tiện
Buddhism
của Phật, phương
is
tiện của Tổ là nói
is
con Phật là
about
của Tổ
non-attachment,
đều là phương
non-self.
tiện. Nên Đức Phật nói 49
So all the skillful means teaching by the Buddha in his 49 years, at the end he said that, you know, I haven't taught anything. So basically this is what he means is confirm that there is no such the truth, so that we don't attach to it. We don't attach to the truth. So we can go to the absolute. So all the teaching, all the words, just a skillful way to express, to describe, but to help us to believe in ourselves, so we can practice. So this is just like in our dream. In our dreams, if we sleep and we live in our dreams, and the moment that we wake up, there's no dream. And so the main, the very important intention that the Buddha and the Patriarch try to help us is to wake up from our dreams. And when you wake up from your dreams, you know everything. So the practice, when we're talking about the practice, we enter the stream. We enter the stream that we return to our own true self. And in the sutra, Lamvakanta Sutra is saying that we use the knowledge to return. Is also a skillful way to use that intellectual knowledge to return, but eventually we need to let go of that knowledge. So when you're able to discover that wisdom, the wisdom knows itself, so we don't need to know. So when we still have that knowledge of known, when we still attach to the knowledge, just like attached to the finger, but not the moon, then there's still a problem. So just like the moon, I mean the sun itself, it is radiating, you know, everything by itself. But even one tiny thread or hair line is also block the true nature of the sun. So when you're able to completely awaken, so there's no more blockage in our mind. So that full complete enlightenment. So that question is basically based on our own self-construct intellect or knowledge. So all the basic or temporarily construct knowledge it has the self in there. So how can we continue with without, you know, this self construction? We need to practice. There's nothing else. There's another question in Zoom. Why Zen Master Waitley say that the patriarch use the fake medicine to cure our fake sickness. So this fake medicine medicine is just a skillful means. It's a skillful means. But for other religions or traditions, they use they attach to the medicine as a truth, the absolute truth. Because our false mind create all this sickness in the mind. So the Buddhas and the patriarchs, they have to use the fake medicine to cure. So
các nhà khoa học, các nhà tôn giáo học trên thế giới đó.
So all the scientists and all the religions scholars or religious scholars.
Một tôn giáo. Tại vì không có giáo chủ, không có giáo điều, không có thần trị.
All the religion except the Buddha, Buddhism, there's none that, you know, this, but Buddhism, it doesn't have the leader, but only the teacher. So he said that, the Buddha said that all this sentient beings have the same Buddha nature as I do. And they have the capability to awaken. And the medicine or the methods, you know, to help sentient beings to heal their mind sickness. So therefore, the Buddha create all this 84,000 teaching for all sentient beings. They're able to use, depends on what kind of their main mind sickness are. So the main teaching or the four methods, you know, major method practice is recite the Buddha name, the Vajrayana, recite the mantra, meditation, and practice the precepts. So all different methods basically help lead practitioner to awaken. So the Buddhism is the practice to awaken oneself. So it's up to us if we able to correct our mind or how to cultivate to help ourselves to get out of the suffering and the
nên nói đó là dùng cái phương thuốc để trị bệnh.
So the fake medicine is to help the fake sickness, disease. So we are the one who type ourselves. Basically, this is just a metaphor. We create all the problems in our mind. So we're the one who should solve all this problem and all this neurosis in our mind. We need to help ourselves. All this discursive thoughts, we have to help ourselves to resolve all this neurosis. So therefore, they're saying the fake medicine to help cure the fake sickness. Miss Kim In, please go ahead.
Con kính thưa quý thầy, quý sư cô cùng thiền đường đại chúng.
the monastic sanghas and our Zen practitioners.
Cái cách dụng công.
Can you explain to me more about the method of practice? Look at deep into the dark of our ignorance.
Thì cô xin thầy khai thị cái chỗ này,
asking the question to raising the doubt.
đã khai thị để chúng con hiểu được cái cách dụng công là trong pháp.
And the patriarchs
xin thầy khai thị sách tấn cho chúng con. Con xin cảm ơn
taught this method. Can you explain so that we can practice more better?
Cái nhìn á.
So when you look at the
thường mình hay dùng cái nhìn là để cho con mắt.
So when we say that, we're looking at things by using the eyes. So when you listen to something, you use your ear. But actually, it's come from our own mind or the consciousness, the known. So when you consider up the Huatou question, it's also come from the mind. And when you keep practicing the Huatou, that is the mind is considered the practice. And when you practice, that's mean when you helping cure your own mind. So when you base on listening to something, we attach to the ears, and when you're looking at things, we attach to the eyes. So our instinctual knowledge about the hearing, the seeing, the smelling, the tasting, and so on, the taste and the feeling. So basically, this is come from our own mind. But when we say, what is the mind? Where is the mind? We're not able to see, we're not able to touch the mind. So Ananda asked the Buddha, what is the mind? And the Buddha asked him to try to find the mind, and the Buddha asked Ananda to look for the mind in 7 places, and he couldn't find it. So all this, when we use the mind to look, so right now we use the discriminated mind or this distinct mind to figure out this and that. So when you use the Huatou to raise the doubt, so all the 6 senses focus on one Huatou. So the subtle faculties behind all this sensors, they basically we focus all those sensors into the Huatou. So we're not going to use our eyes to look at the darkness of the ignorance, but actually we focus all the sensors into one point of the Huatou to raise the doubt. So that's the help us to return to the roots of our ignorance. And when we're not able to know this and that, when we're not able to distinguish between this and that, that is gonna eliminate the knowledge or the known. So but right now our knowledge or our knownness is very limited. We only know very limited. We know this, but we don't know that. We're not able to know beyond the time and the space. So our conventional knowledge or conventional knowledge knownness is very limited. So right now we live in this knowledge and we're not able to go beyond. And that's how we living in these sick realms all the time. So right now we practice this meditation, we able to go beyond the sick realms, and we able to control our own destination. We able to solve our samsara. So when you use this knowledge to get rid of the other knowledge, that is crazy, because we're not going to be able to do that, because it's we call in the Zen tradition, we call this head grow on the other head. So just like when you get sick and your sickness is showing up in your body, so we need to take the medication, and when you heal, the sign of the sickness or the symptoms, they withdraw, and it's going to show the health of the body. So the ancient people saying that the ignorance growing in like a mountain, but we also have the capability to have this wisdom to even cover all the ignorance. So when we say that we use the don't know to know that we don't know, that is still the Zen sickness. So the doubt here is basically it's return to the don't know, even you don't know that you know that you don't know. So basically it's go beyond the worldly knowledge, the conventional known. So just based on how sentient beings sickness, the patriarch, they're gonna give the method to cure. So go back to the question is when you're saying that when you look at into the darkness of the ignorance, that is we just need to we just need to return to ask the question and maintain the doubt all the time. And when we're talking about contemplate the prajna, the wisdom, so when you go beyond the duality, that means you are return to the true prajna. So because of we're not able to trust in ourselves, trust in our own mind, then that's why we're not able to fully practice diligently. So that's why we have to have this really strong determination to solve in this birth and death, or not reborn into the samsara. And this only come from our own trust in the mind, and continue with our practice. So when you're able, it's just like in the therapeutic practice, you need to tell your therapist about all these problems, so then your therapist is able to pinpoint what your problems are, so and they can, and from there you're able to solve your own problem. So same thing if you're able to explain what you get stuck at, and the Zen teacher able to pinpoint out what you need to do. And when you are able to do that, you're able to continue to trust in your own mind. And right now we basically run on the subject and object all the time, and we don't even know. And we use this instinctual or habitual patterns to in our practice, and it's going to create a lot of a very long practice. We're not able to get there.
Cái vấn đề này nữa.
I
Thì
want to
thường
ask you another
các
question.
bạn đồng tham hay là mình hay nói với nhau là tham thiền
Other
là
practitioners,
không biết, sao mà biết nhiều quá.
and
Ví dụ như hoặc
you keep the don't know mind, but how come you know so
nó
much?
không có tốt.
And when you know so much, that's not good. So when you practice it, you don't know why you practice this, and you know so much. So as a practitioner, what should we do with this statement?
Lời thầy cũng như là chư tổ dạy. Con xin cảm ơn thầy.
So can you explain more? Thank you.
Người ta không chịu công phu.
So basically, if someone they don't practice, they easily falls into the misunderstanding the words of the patriarchs. So the words known is based on attached to the knowledge, attached to the
mà người ta nghĩ cái chữ vô đối với hữu á, nghịch với hữu là không có một niệm.
They misunderstanding the word no thoughts. When you say that no thoughts, it's not no thoughts, but it's about not attached to the thoughts, not abiding into the thoughts. So when you practice this, you know that your true self knows this. It's not about that you don't know about your cold body or your hot body. When you sit in the meditation, you feel body hot, but your mind is not arise with all these distinctions between hot and cold. But you know that you're able to know that, but you're not rising any discriminated thoughts. So when you know a lot, but without practice, then your habitual reaction is going to create instinctually. So that is the known of ignorance. So because it's based on the duality. So the other known without known. So when people they in the practice they keep going with the Huatou, they're not attached to the what they eat, what they drink, or how they sit, how they walk, and so on. So this is the before thought and the already recorded thoughts in our own mind. So when the mind is not blocked by the ignorance, they is able to use it without discriminated mind. But because our mind is still full of cloud, we have a lot of blockage, and we're not able to use our own self nature. So just like a computer is able to remember everything, the memory is in the computer is record everything in life. So that is machine. So this basically computer system able to calculate everything. It's calculate if you deposit from one location and you go to other location to withdraw the money, it's able to subtract and
cái ngã chấp
whatever
không biết con người. Mà cái đó chỉ là lấy mượn một cái chút xíu dụng của tự
the
tánh
math
để mà
is,
lập ra cái máy điện toán,
for
máy điện não thôi.
the account.
Đó là cái
So
bản năng của cái ý thức.
based
Mà con người
on
làm ra cái máy đó, mà con người
the
vẫn bằng
machine
cái máy.
analogy,
Bhikkhu hay
you're
nói
able
như
to
vậy đó.
see our mind do the
Thì
same thing. If
mình
we're not,
biết tại sao bây
if we
giờ
don't
mình
practice,
lại hiểu
we
lầm
able to
cho là
use
không biết hết.
that
Mà
same
không biết hết thì giống như gỗ đá, không biết giống như là người khờ
mechanism.
ngốc. Mà khờ ngốc kiểu mà bệnh hoạn,
And
mà
if you
là
don't understand clearly,
do công
then
phu
you
mà
think
giống như khờ ngốc.
that
Cái khờ
the
ngốc giống
mind
như cái khờ
went
ngốc mà
into
Ngài
the
Lan
deep
Quả nói đó.
practice,
Cái khờ ngốc đó là cái sắp phát trí tuệ.
become our mind
Khờ ngốc
become
đó là
very
không màng đến cái sự lợi, không có
doesn't
đắm
have
luyến ở trên
that much
cái vô minh ngã chấp.
known,
Người ta kêu là khờ ngốc.
and our mind become
Giống như đưa để
return
một
to the
cọc
don't
tiền
know.
á,
But people
vàng
they
để bao nhiêu
say,
lượng
oh,
á,
this
kim
person
cương hột sườn
becomes
để
so
đó mà không
dumb,
màng tới.
so
Đó là khờ ngốc. Nói mấy cái đó là cái vật chất thôi.
has
Còn
the
những cái
mental
danh
health
lợi, địa
problem.
vị, quyền hạn,
Just like this
theo
practitioner
thua tốt xấu, phải quấy
looking
đúng
at
sai
the
á, tất cả đó nó
whole
không
bunch of
màng
money in
tới,
front
nó
of
chỉ có hướng về cái giải thoát sinh
him,
tử thôi. Cho nên ta
but
phân biệt hết
he
tất cả
doesn't
thứ đó, nhưng mà
have
không biết thứ gì.
raise any
Nhưng mà
thoughts
thứ đó nó
about
không
keeping
phải
the
là
money
đem đến cái
or
giải thoát,
greed,
không
right?
đem đến cái sự
But
tự tại
if
chân thật.
non-practitioner able to,
Nên ta không
that
màng
money
tới,
is
đến cõi trời cũng
belong
không
to
màng
nobody,
tới,
I'm gonna take
Bồ
it.
Tát cũng không màng tới,
So
giống như phát nguyện á. Rõ ràng
the
á, nó phải là khủng
practitioner
khiếp,
like that,
nhưng mà ta không
able
màng
to
tới. Ta chỉ
go
giống như là
beyond
an bằng
because
thủ đạo á, để giữ
he or she doesn't
cái
attach
tâm
to
mình á,
anything
trở
arising
về
in
cái
front of him.
bản lai diện mục.
That's how he
Phải
able to
lộ tướng
return
lên
to
thấy
his
cái
Buddha
tướng này
nature.
tướng kia.
So
Để
we
cho
don't
ta
have to
khen,
show
để cho người ta kính,
the
ta quý, ta
forms,
bái lại.
appearance,
Đó là
so
ngã
people
chấp.
they can pay respect. No, that's
Nên
not
á,
it.
đừng có lầm cái
That
biết
it come from the self
tự tánh
attachment.
với lại cái biết
So
của
we
mình.
should not
Rồi đánh
mistaken
đồng
the
hiểu, phải không biết
the
mới là
self
ngu.
nature knowledge
Không biết
and
cái gì hết á,
the worldly
thành người
knowledge.
bệnh mất.
So
Bệnh
when
tâm
you don't
thần
know
đâu có biết cái gì
anything
đâu. Hay là
from the
bệnh đãng trí
practice,
á,
that
không lẽ
is a
cho
good
mấy người đãng trí
side.
là người tu giỏi.
But if you if the
Nói trước
people,
quên sau, nói sau
like
quên trước.
people like
Bản thân mình cũng
has
nhận ra
the
mình mới cho đó là người
Alzheimer,
tu thiệt giỏi. Không phải vậy đâu,
people
người
in the
bình thường đó.
coma, or people has a mental health problem, they don't know anything. No, that is different, completely different. So we need to recognize that. So we are running out of time. So thank you everyone. May you all have a good day. Thank you. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha.